Hello there, Knights of the Old Republic. Now to a lot of Star Wars fans that is the best Star Wars video game, but what the hell happened to that remake that they announced a few years ago? I'm going through the entire timeline of this KOTOR remake, what we know and where we are now. So to get an idea of where we're at though, let's go all the way back to 2003. Knights of the Old Republic is released, developed by BioWare, the same developers who would later go on to create the massively popular Mass Effect trilogy. It introduced fan-favourite characters like Revan, Darth Malak, Jedi Bastila Shan, Wookiee Zalbar, and the assassin droid HK-47. In early 2005, Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords would release, this one developed by Obsidian Entertainment, who would go on to make Fallout New Vegas. Now, Knights of the Old Republic 3 was cancelled around this time, but you can still find some concept art for it in the book Rogue Leaders, the Story of Lucasfilm. Now, if we jump all the way ahead to 2021, September 10th, the PlayStation Showcase begins, and one of the first games we see is a teaser trailer for Knights of the Old Republic Remake. It's being built from the ground up by Aspyr, who had already ported the older KOTOR games to iOS, Mac, and Linux. The teaser was brief with a voiceover over the top of Revan igniting a lightsaber. The trailer ends with the text saying, "A legend remade for PS5. KOTOR Remake was going to be a PlayStation 5 and PC timed exclusive, which is noteworthy because the original KOTOR was an Xbox console exclusive." Now, in May of 2022, Saber Interactive announced that they would be assisting Aspyr in the development of the game. Now, both Saber and Aspyr fall under the umbrella of the Embracer Group, who acquired these guys in 2020 and 2021 respectively. Embracer Group has also been doing massive layoffs across the board. Now, by June of 2022, Aspyr have reportedly told staff that the KOTOR project was not where it needed to be, as the team was originally looking at a late 2022 release date. Now, this must have spooked the higher-ups, because not long after this, both the design director and art director were fired. Then in August of 2022, Jason Schreier reported that the development had been taken away from Aspyr completely, and instead full development would be shifted to another Saber Interactive studio, one based in Europe. Then in September of this year, 2023, fans noticed that the teaser trailer that was revealed all the way back in 2021 had started to disappear from Sony's socials. The trailer itself was taken from their YouTube, mentions of it on social media were starting to disappear. A spokesperson for Sony then responded that saying the music license for the trailer had expired, hence the deletion of the trailer. I am not entirely sure I buy that one, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. Recently, on November 8th, 2023, Jeff Grubb said on Giant Bomb that the project was rumoured to have been moved on again from Saber Interactive, don't know if that one was true or not, and said that basically no one was working on it at the moment and that Sony had stepped away from the project. More or less, the KOTOR remake is dead at this point. But then Jason Schreier tweeted on November 22nd that two people from Saber Interactive had told him that they were still actually working on the game. Were they the only two people working on the game? Who knows? He also says he doesn't know whether the game is actually ever going to come out. I don't know, but it seems highly unlikely that this thing is ever going to see the light of day at this point. And that's pretty much brings us to now. Now, obviously this was a very brief timeline of the events. There's a little bit more information out there that you can sort of search and track down. People were saying that, oh, Xbox should step in and save it, but reportedly they actually originally passed on the remake. Maybe they saw what they were working on and didn't like what they saw or something. I'm not sure, but it's funny because, as I mentioned before, KOTOR was originally an Xbox console exclusive game. But at this point in time, with no further news, I sadly don't think that this game is ever going to come out or be finished. I don't know, that's just what I think. What do you think though? Do you think the KOTOR remake will ever see the light of day? Let me know below. And as always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you, always.